The fairy tale, the flashlight for feelings. There was a boy named Nico in one town, and people often called him too much, too sad, too sensitive, too quiet. He felt everything. When someone was down, when a smile was fake, when mom was sad, even if she said she was fine. You take things too close to heart, adults would say. But what if that's really bad? Nico whispered to his pillow. One night, he dreamed of a little flashlight. It was small, warm, and had a button called Feelings. It lit up everything others missed. A forgotten toy, a bird on a balcony, Dad's tired smile. "You're not broken," said the flashlight. "Your light is just on. It helps you see what matters. Don't hide it." In the morning, Nico drew that flashlight, and every time he felt too much, he placed his hand on his heart and said, "This isn't weakness, this is my light." Since then, he wasn't just sensitive, he was full of light. The fairy tale, how sadness stopped hiding. Inside a girl named Leah lived a little sadness. It was small, round, and quiet, like a tiny cloud, but Leah kept trying to hide it. "Don't be sad," people said. "Smile, be happy, you have everything." So sadness got smaller and hid deeper, but it also got heavier, and smiling got harder for Leah. One night, Leah took a piece of paper and drew the little cloud, with eyes, a tail, and tiny raindrops. Then she whispered, "You're real, and it's okay that you're here." Sadness moved a little, raised its little brows, and smiled, just a little, a bit shy. "Thank you for seeing me," it said. From then on, when Leah felt sad, she didn't hide it. She sat with sadness, poured some tea, and whispered, "I'm here. It's okay to feel." And each time, sadness felt a bit lighter, because feelings don't need to be hidden to be loved. They need to be heard to be understood. The fairy tale, the button on the heart. There was a boy named Tim who had an invisible button on his heart. Every time someone said something mean, the button would squeeze. When someone said something nice, it gave off a little glow. And when Tim said something bad to himself, it started to fade. He didn't understand why he sometimes felt sad for no reason, why his chest felt heavy. Until one night he had a strange dream. A kind man in an apron showed up with a feather behind his ear. He opened a little door in Tim's chest and said, "Here it is, your button. It's called worth. It doesn't break, but it feels everything. Can I hide it so it won't hurt? Number. But you can take care of it, and don't give it away to others." When Tim woke up, he made up a game. Every time he felt that pinch, he pictured gently placing his hand over the button and saying, "This matters. I won't be mean to myself." And after that, even when someone said something hurtful, the button only shook a little, because now Tim was the one pressing it, with care. The fairy tale, the blanket who understood everything. In one house lived a blanket, an ordinary one, gray-blue with soft tassels on the edges. It lay on the couch and waited, not because it was bored, but because it knew. Sometimes someone especially needs warmth. When a child came with tired eyes, the blanket would lift one corner slightly, as if calling, "Come here, I'll cover you." It didn't ask, "What happened?" It didn't demand a smile. It simply wrapped around and hugged. Sometimes the child got angry and stomped their feet. Sometimes cried, not knowing why, and the blanket wrapped tighter as if saying, "I don't need to understand everything. I'm just here with you." And then something magical happened. Within a few minutes, the breathing grew calmer, the shoulders softened, and in the chest appeared that very feeling. I'm not alone. I'm loved, even now. Since then, when the day was hard, the child would whisper, "Where's my understanding blanket?" And every time it was there, because care isn't loud words, it's someone who's simply there and knows when to cover you. The fairy tale, The Little Boat That Waited. The little duckling named Quill had a boat, not a real one, a paper one. But to Quill it was a whole world, with masts made of toothpicks and a flag where he drew a heart himself. Every morning, Quill would sail his boat through puddles in the yard, then he'd put it back in a box so no one could break it. But one day, Quill had a fight with his friends. He didn't sail the boat. "I'm bad," he whispered. "I don't even deserve my boat." He hid the box on the highest shelf. He thought the boat would be mad, that it would forget him, that it would leave. But the next day, when he opened the closet, he saw a note. On the tiny flag it said, "I'm still here. I didn't sail away." Quill cried because someone stayed even when he had walked away. He took the boat out, gently touched it, and let it float through the prettiest puddle, and whispered, "Thank you for waiting." Because real care means staying, not just when everything's good, but especially when someone feels like they don't deserve it.